Hello guys, what is going on? I'm Nozda and welcome back to another video. So quickly I just want to explain what this video is about, because it's going to be a bit different from my usual chapter reviews. I would have done this last week, but there wasn't actually any manga last week from Shonen Jump anyway. So I'm doing the same thing that I'm doing with my comic series, in which instead of doing individual videos for the individual series, I'm just going to do one big video, and I'm going to put timestamps in the description for you to go to a specific series. So this week is going to be a bit light on content. I do plan on covering other stuff that I'm just reading, for example, One Piece chapters. I'm like in the 600s right now, but just covering what I've been reading for the week. And also I'll be doing like volumes of stuff like My Hero Academia Vigilantes Volume 1 just recently come out. I haven't got around to reading that yet, otherwise it will be in this video. It will probably be in next video. So just stuff like that. I just want to kind of make just a manga video covering everything that I've done for the week in one video. Yeah, so today it's just going to be My Hero Academia Chapter 194 and Haikyuu Chapter 314. So, first of all, My Hero Academia. We got some interesting facts about the use of One for All and what One for All is, and how like the other predecessors have affected it, that we can delve into at a later date. Right now, it's not really useful from what I can remember of previous discussions about One for All. Maybe if I go back, it might reveal something that was just like touched upon slightly. But I do feel like most of this information is completely new and fresh and actually has no use at the moment, but is going to be used later. I feel like these are building blocks for foundation rather than the cement that goes on top. I love the rivalry between the two classes, like I always have. It's been really, really cool. Like even going back to the sports festival, and just all the different people in UA, which actually relates to this chapter on a bigger scale with Hitoshi. Like, because he was like a big advocate for like, yo, if you lose to general studies, maybe you'll lose your spot, and that's kind of been his thing. He's wanted to be part of like the hero academy classes. But if we actually go back and look at the tests for people wanting to get into UA, his quirk wouldn't do anything. Like, he would just get other people points pretty much with his quirk. So we couldn't really do anything with that, and so that's why he was in general studies. But his quirk is insanely powerful, and if it's used the right way, he can become like a god. So it's just because the test wasn't suited for him doesn't mean that he shouldn't be in the hero studies and hero academy and stuff like that. So I'm glad that he's getting another chance. Going back to the rivalry though, especially in the first few panels when they showed the voting of what happened with the votes, the culture festival. I don't understand how Class B won, honestly. Like, I loved Jiro's performance and everyone's performance, like how Jiro like planned it all and stuff like that, and like it was such a cool moment for the character. And it's just like, how did Class B beat this? Talking about Hitoshi again, I love the reveal. It was so good. He's such a complex character. And I love the fact that he could be joining the class and the cast full time. That would be really, really cool. Because we already have some foundation for him. We already have a bit of character development. So he's not just going to be another person thrown into the group and we're like, oh, it's just another person that is sometimes in the background. No, it's going to be a main character, and I'm very excited for that. I also like how Eraserhead is sort of like bonded and kind of guiding him. I might have been misreading that, but I feel like the way they were drawn together, it felt like, especially considering it was sort of parallel to All Might and Deku, and the fact that those were together and then Eraserhead and Hitoshi was together, I feel like it was just really interesting to see that Eraserhead is sort of guiding him, because they have sort of similar quirks. It is very much like based off controlling. Even though Eraserhead has to be looking at somebody, it is controlling with his mind. So, I feel like that's sort of similar. And also, he could have been very scary growing up, and that's something Hitoshi has had to deal with as well. The fact that their quirks can be very misunderstood. This is the first chapter in a while where it has not only gotten me hyped for the next chapter, but for future chapters and the whole series as well. It's just, I love that that's done that. I get giddy thinking about the next chapter now, which is something that has been very, very which has been very, very rare with My Hero Academia recently. Moving on to Haikyuu Chapter 314. The art for this chapter well, it was just something else. Like I'm gonna be pushed to find another Haikyuu chapter with better art. Like, it wasn't just the metaphors, which Haikyuu is so known for, but also the close-ups and the action shots. The shading was brilliant. The way the proportions were, everything just felt like it was like out the anime. Everyone praises the anime for its animation and how cool it looks. I felt like this was the first time where I've gone like, this is rivaling the anime in some ways for hypeness and the action, even though it's still images. Very, very well drawn. And it's even better because I've got a friend which hates on Haikyuu all the time for the art, because the author does like a lot of like funny comedy shots where the characters are not really drawn very well and stuff like that, especially Hina. So, you know, it's cool to see like a serious like shonen chapter with amazing art and action. This chapter's job, like, because every chapter in Haikyuu has a job, well, usually anyway, was to highlight Kageyama's thought process, specifically throughout the second set. Because throughout the second set, he has come to realize, maybe a bit late than Hinata, I don't know whether we're getting a lot of these thoughts, because a lot of these thoughts, in like close-ups and panels, we don't actually see the ball in action, and we don't actually see the match happening, we don't see the score, so we don't know whether we're actually looking back slightly on his thought process throughout the match, or whether it's happening just all in real time, just after the point was scored. But it was a bit late compared to Hinata. Let's just assume that it was a bit late compared to Hinata, which is kind of weird. Maybe because it was actually the whole point, like the whole focus was on Hinata, so Hinata had to think about it. And we got to see what was actually going on in his head, and we understood what he needs to do as a setter to fix the problem. Because Nekoma right now seem like a powerhouse beyond belief, like absolutely just stupidly OP. So we need Kageyama, who is probably the best setter and one of the best players remaining in the tournament, to dig Karasuno out of this like ditch that they're in. And the setter is the brain of the team, and is currently feeling more like setter v setter than like team v team. So I'm glad that they focus on Kageyama. But the thing is, with them focusing on Kageyama, if you actually take a step back and look at this chapter, it's just rehashing what we already know. Because Kageyama has found out so late and realized so late about what's happening, that it's just repeating over and over again what we already know. What Hinata has said, what Nishinoya has, what Nishinoya has pointed out, you know, and we already know all this stuff. So it feels like the chapter is kind of going in slow motion, because it was only like 1 point scored, and I get that that's going to happen because we are at the end of the set. That just happens with Haikyuu. But at the same time, I just feel like it could have gone a bit quicker. Maybe we could have got a few panels in which Kageyama didn't repeat what we already knew, and he just went to, like, we skipped to the part where he was talking about what it means to be a setter and stuff like that. Because we could, to be fair, before this, I just assumed that Kageyama was on the same wavelength as Hinata, and Kageyama knew what was happening because he's smart. He sees everything. He's like the brain of the team. I thought he would know this, so I thought it was a bit of a waste of like real estate on the page, to like make Kageyama basically repeat what we already knew. Overall, this chapter is great, primarily for its art, but I wish he just made it a bit quicker. That's kind of it, really. Right, okay, so if you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed this new style where I put the reviews together, then please let me know. Videos will probably be longer because I will be discussing, you know, manga stuff that I've been doing throughout the week and stuff like that. Probably doing chapter reviews on, like, well, bulk chapter reviews on certain manga, mainly One Piece, but probably Vigilantes as I catch up as well. And I'm working on starting to catch up on other series that are maybe a bit shorter. I want to catch up on Dr. Stone, Black Clover, Robot X Laserbeam, something which I've already done a chapter review on. But as soon as I did that chapter review on my channel, I think it was chapter 41, I stopped reading, and now it's on chapter like 65. But yeah, I'm going to try and catch up, and this is going to become more of like a show and kind of a podcast, honestly. But yeah, so that's going to be it for now. Now what I want to do is I want to bring your attention to the top of the description. So at the top is my Patreon link. I am currently an author as well. I am writing my novel, and what I do is for people with the $1 reader tier and above, I give access to all complete finished chapters every single month. So think of it as like manga, like the way manga works, where it's like every week. Instead, this will be every month, and it's a novel, not like manga chapters. So you get chapters there, and also if you want to check whether you like my writing style or you like the story so far, you can go and read the first chapter for free on the Patreon right now. You do not need to pledge anything, it's just there available for free. Secondly, I am also an affiliate for the website Creative Attribute, which creates free comics for you to go and read. If you use the code NOSDA, which is also in the description for you to copy and paste, then you will it helps support the channel when you go, and maybe if you want to subscribe, that's how you'll support the channel, by using the code there. Subscribing just gives you other benefits and stuff like that as well, but the comics do remain completely free. Right, okay, so that's it for now, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and all that stuff. I've been Lost, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.